Welcome to my piano pizzazz tutorial. I'm hoping that my editor of this video can fix all of those little mistakes that I made. This is a new piece. I've never played this piece before this book. I have played a piece by Kuhlau before. Kuhlau is a Dutch composer, and he does a lot of very animated pieces. And this particular one has a lot of fingering, doing a lot of scales. It's like all over the piano. I think that it's a fun piece. The sonatina is a smaller form of a sonata. So you're going to see there's different breakdowns in the sonata, such as the exposition. That's the beginning of the song. That's the main theme. The development, that's where it kind of goes into some other minor sections or like some other keys. Even it borrows like keys from other areas. The recapitulation, it kind of brings it back to the main theme again at the end. So there's various sections. Now, each one of the sections could be repeated. So the A section has a repeat sign, the B section has a repeat sign, but for me, that's a lot to play. I usually don't repeat those sections. So you've got the A, the B, B. All right, so this piece is in the major. You could hear how major, it sounds in the key of C. There's not anything too minor going on as far as the key signatures. So I think that you'll find that it's a very light-hearted piece. It does have a lot of sharps and flats written in as accidentals. So be ready for those places. The movements move in sixths a lot all the way through. You've got intervals that are 6 notes apart, such as this, or they move in thirds, like you're going to see there's some rests and places that you need to count out on page 35. Especially that's kind of a fun little spot where it creeps up higher and higher, and then it goes, comes down, and it has these little resting spots, and they want you to kind of play around with this, going a little bit slower, taking your time, and then you can begin fast and aggressive again as you come down with your scale there. There's a lot of ledger lines in this piece, so I've even marked it on myself here. I've been in music my whole life, but still when I'm looking at those ledger lines, it takes me just a little bit longer to spot those, so I just mark those. So feel free to mark those in. Also, you're going to notice that the clef changes. Sometimes you'll see the music where in the bass clef, they stick a treble clef sign in there in place of the bass clef, so you have to read those notes in the higher range, and then it may stay that way for a few measures, so be watchful for where that changes. Notice that stayed in the treble clef all the way over to here, to the bass clef. So you're going to see that it's a little bit tricky. Sometimes your fingers just get going so fast it's hard to stop. If you've ever been skiing before, you start going downhill at a pace that you feel comfortable with, but before you know it, you're going out of control. So sometimes that happens in your music when you begin playing. So you have to be kind of like your own internal metronome as you perform the piece. So I have enjoyed working on this one. This is a new piece for me. I find that it's fun to play. I'm going to try it one more time and see if I can do a better job on it. There's a few notes that I struggle with, and I may have to even slow it down on certain passages just so that you can hear clearly the way it's supposed to be performed. But I'll give it my best animated attempt with lots of spirit here.
Wow, that is quite a difficult piece. I think that it's going to require a little bit extra practice. When I'm just practicing by myself, you tend to not be nervous at all and your fingers go where you expect them to go. But when you get a little bit nervous and you're playing this piece for a competition or for a recital, you're going to find that your fingers get a little bit jittery, your heart starts pounding a little bit extra, and your fingers don't really do what you want them to do. So you're going to need to practice extra so that you feel even more prepared. So I'm not a perfectionist. I don't claim to have this piece down perfectly by any means, but I do put this out here so that you can view this to see where the hard spots are so that you can work through them and that you'll be able to enjoy this piece. I think that this is one that is a little bit longer. You might want to do it in sections, even if you don't get the whole song performed. Maybe just work on the A section and you'll feel successful. So I hope that you enjoy practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.